Sumit Wedding Studio, proudly present.
Once again, very good evening to all of you all. I would kindly request every one of you all to take a seat for maybe maximum of 5 to 7 minutes, to be very specific on the timing. We are not going to have lengthy speeches, but customarily we have few things to do. Yeah, I can see Siva is as usual very busy. Once again, let me warmly welcome each one of you all, our old colleagues of Trinity College Batch 85. Meantime, I would like to say hello to all the guys who are connected. I hope you all can hear. Can somebody wave us and say whether you all can hear us? Yeah? Okay. Right. I think it's a first time experience. This is, I think, what COVID gave us the learning to do this kind of practices. I would consider these are best practices, of course. The technology always helps us to get connected, get in touch with people. So it's a great thing to have about 40 people, I didn't get the count, but 40 batchmates of us have confirmed that they're going to get connected. I hope all are connected. Sometimes some may not hear us or each other, but at least I hope you all could see what's happening. So thank you very much, those who are connected from overseas, and would like to welcome you guys as well. Then I think there are a few guys who have joined us for the first time at a reunion, except for the 25th year and the 30th year celebrations that we had since we left college. But I would like to welcome them as well. I don't want to name them, but from the organizing committee, we would like to welcome the first time those who are joining us. So seriously, it is very nice to see those faces. I think the organizing committee knows the effort sometimes some guys have to put on to get some guys connected. So I take this opportunity to thank the organizing committee. Although it's shown that Sutu and myself in the front, but there was another set of people, our own colleagues, our own friends, batchmates, who backed us. Okay, so that I have to mention. Actually, I wanted to show some pictures. Unfortunately, I could not get into the laptop. How we started, it was somewhere around, I think, January. For anything, we have a place to meet in Narayan Peter, so I don't want to mention whose place is that, but that place is all the time open, doors are open for us. So as usual, we went there. Officially what we did was Salman came and handed over some kind of a small file. Sutu, Punchi, this is the last year, what we had, there were certain names and the bank statements and things like that. The officially small flat file. So it took only 10 minutes. So then we started usual, getting into spirits. So that's that. Okay, using spirits, we get into the other spirits. So that place is always the people who are in that place always welcome us. So next organizing committee also, I would recommend you all to start your first meeting, second meeting, third meeting, and the 10th meeting. The same place at Narayan Pita. If you all want, I can give you all the address as well. So nothing to worry about the support, the assistance, the guidance, anything. Sometimes he will put certain legal clauses also, but don't do this, you have to be sure on these things, so you know whom I am talking about. Then also, I would like to thank all our colleagues for spending this time. Although we have given some, we have informed in advance. I know that how difficult, based on your whatever the profession you may be a businessman, you may be you may be in the medical field or the law field or whatever. But I know that how much it's difficult for individuals to find time these days. So, once again from the organizing committee, we are very much thankful to you all for finding time for this event. Then one point that I just want to keep with you all, one thought, the objective or the purpose of having this kind of a reunion, that takes us to our childhood, the things that we have done. I won't say that mainly the bad things, no. Before that, good things, bad things, and also there may be certain ugly things as well. I mean, boys are boys. So this is the time that we refresh all our minds, the things that we have done maybe 49 years ago, or 48 years ago. 48 years ago. Okay? So some of the guys 48 years ago, then basically gradually other people joined this batch. Maybe during that 13 years or 14 years. So a lot of people from 1972 up to 1985. So this is what I have to keep that thought with you guys. Why we meet like this annually, not because of anything else. We have that bond, we want to continue. End of the day, what we expect from this bond is help each other. Classic example, without going back to so many years, just what we experienced yesterday. Mithila said the last message around 8 o'clock in the night or something, that we have managed to collect so much. So that gives so much happiness, and also the pride that basically as a batch, that how much we could do. So guys, this is exactly what we want from a batch like this. So that bond, to help each other. It's not only drinking, that is the main thing, I know that. When we meet, we eat, we drink, we tell stories, stories are retold, everything. But end of the day, there is something else. So whenever somebody wants that help, assistance, everybody is there. I know that people who have undergone this experience in the past would have felt the same thing. So my kind request once again is keep that bond going, then have this connection. Yes, we managed to get 50 numbers this year, but I'm sure by next year, out of these 40 guys who are connected, I'm sure there will be maybe about 15 or 20 who will come down to Colombo to join this event. So our target is something like 70 maybe, or maybe more than 70. So please have this bond and also pass the message to each one of all the others who have not been able to make it this year, but who wants to make it next year. Alright, so that's from my side, from the behalf of the organizing committee. I'm not going to mention any names further, but few names, if I don't mention, it will be basically I will fail in my duties. As you all know, there were a set of people who organized the previous reunion. This is the sixth reunion, I think, after the mega lunch, I think. First, I think, starting from Kanchana, then Anuradhanapala, then Umi, Gota, Prasad, GB, Ashoka, Salman. So there was another team, Mani, there was another team who is always giving that support to the existing, basically the as outgoing committee members, but they remain to be in the committee unofficially, giving all the support. So very much, as the organizing committee, that is from Sutu and me, we are very much thankful to you guys for that wonderful support that you all have extended during last few months. So evening is still very young, but before we get into the normal stories and things like that, we have one more speech. We have invited, or rather we have requested our own Udeni Kiri to speak few words behalf of us. I'm not going to introduce Udeni Kiridena, but I will invite Kiri to speak, because if I start introducing or giving what kind of a person, the achievements that he has made, I will not have time to do so. Everybody knows who Kiri is. So Kiri, thank you very much for accepting our request. Please come and share your thoughts.
My dear batchmates, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak a few words on this fantastic occasion. In the year 1972, as 5-year-olds, some of us walked into the matron's dormitory at Trinity College. Thereafter, we made strong friendships, very strong friendships, which originated in that very important matron's dormitory. I can see some of them here today, which is really great. Some of them, just to mention a few names that I could remember: Prasad, Kanjana, Jadis, Chiron, Khalid, who is not here, who passed away sometime late, Khalid, right, was a great friend to us. Dore, Roger, Ramesh, just to name a few, and there were many more. We used to play football after school outside in the quadrangle. As I could remember, when we used to divide ourselves into two teams and play the match. But there was a goalie, a smart goalie, like a Issa, like a prawn. Right? However, with difficulty we bring the ball and try to score the goal, he used to make a stop. Whoever it was, he was so agile and he was able to stop so many goals, and he is none other than our Dore, who is here. I still could remember that. We enjoyed our classroom work together with the day scholars. In fact, it is a pleasure to see us seated on the ground as tiny tots in the 1972 centenary photograph. In grade 5, there were a few of us who used to scoot out of class for the 10:30 movie at the theatres. Old Mr. Prematilaka used to mark the register after the 10:30 interval. And few were missing, and they were marked as absent. There was one person who used to write excuse letters as the father of several absentees. It was none other than Kanchana who helped us by writing all these excuse letters. In grade 8, there was a trip organized to see the construction of the Victoria Dam. There were 3 busloads taken care by staff members like Mr. Ukuala, Mrs. Sita Pereira, Mr. Chandrasiri, and a few others. I'm sure before my relating what happened, most of you could remember the event. It was Dore who was there, who allowed the others. I mean, we were getting out of the bus, and he allowed the ones in front to get out early. And then Mr. Sita Pereira was, right in front. And all of a sudden, as though he tripped or he was being pushed, he jumped on and hung on with Sita Pereira's boobs. Can't forget that. Once again, in the grade 11 classes, we were planning to come down to Colombo to watch the bread machine. Harshapila invited us, which include, it was, if I could remember right, it was Umi, Viddu, Asela, Pradeep, Balusen and myself, right, to stay the night at his home. That evening, Pila suggested, let's go for a movie. Now all of us didn't know much about Colombo, so we had to rely on whatever was told by Pila. So he was our pack leader, he said he came up with this suggestion of seeing a good movie, a dark movie. So we were so excited. He just turned 18 years. We were so excited. And he said there's a lovely movie at Majestic Cinema, Mamlapitiam. And so he took us there, we went behind him, and it was, if I could remember right, the movie was Visiting Hours. Within a few minutes after the commencement of the show, we all, except Harsha, fell asleep. As it was not the time that we expected to see. It was a horror movie. We expected something else, being the first adult movie. Has Harsha had a time walking with us after the movie, and we all were cursing him for recommending such a movie as our first adult movie. I'm sure all of us, they have many more fond memories at our school days to share. This particular event that was started in the year 2010 on completion of 25 years at Amaya Hills, Kandy, was an excellent move. Many of our batchmates, or many of the other batches, cannot get a simple crowd, even for an evening gathering, or else even to a club or some other particular point. They find it difficult. But we have shown what we are. In the year 2015, we had our 30th anniversary, also at Amaya Hills in Kandy. These were held in grand style. The year thereafter, from 2015 onwards, in 16 we had it at Citrus Vaskadua. 2017 we had it at JJ Beach Vadua. In 2018, Tangerine Kantara. 2019 at Jetwin Blue in Negombo. And now here we are at Anantara Chilab. And the participation is over 50. And we have our friends who are joining us on Zoom or on Teams from various parts of the world. For them it's very late in the night or early morning or daytime, but still they have wanted to be with us, join us. It's fantastic. This is what team spirit is all about. We as a batch have contributed, supported the college rugby team, especially when the team was to go for a training camp in New Zealand. The cricket team with regard to sponsorships. And in the year 2010, the first year that we met officially, we donated the middle school IT lab. Then we did some help funding to Mr. Selladure, who was our housemaster. These were some of the events that our batch together as a team have done. To be united as a batch is towards helping, sharing and caring of each other. The annual gathering wouldn't have been a success if not for the commitment of all of us who are gathered here today and also supporting in numerous ways from overseas as well. A few names that should be mentioned are Kanchana, Anura, Saleh, Uminda, Gota, Prasad, Manik, Nalin, Inti, Ashoka, Viddu, of course not forgetting Punchi and Sudu. There are many others who are supported in many ways. Please pardon me if I have missed some of the names, but these gentlemen have sacrificed a lot to make this event a success. And finally, in the year 2022, we'll be completing our 50th year in affiliation with Trinity, our Alpha Minor. So therefore, I'm sure there'll be a team organizing our 50th year also in a grand style, and I hope that we can have more numbers. As Punchi mentioned, I'm sure it will definitely be over 75, and we expect everyone's cooperation, commitment to have much more when we celebrate our 50th affiliation to Trinity in the year 2022. Thank you.
Bringing or taking us back to those wonderful memories, which everybody, I hope, would have had that refreshing mind, especially the stories of, special stories like what our friend Dure has experienced. So always, whatever the gathering we have, this story comes out. Kenny, thank you very much once again. Yes, you mentioned about 2022. Before that, we have one more year, so that's next year. Next year, actually, there were 2 volunteers. Then they said, no, they will joined the team in 2022. So next year, I think two of our friends have accepted to take over the baton. That's Manik and Kiri once again. So thanks a lot. As I mentioned earlier, so our gathering place, nothing to worry about meeting places. Then of course, the, yes. Then there is the cabinet, liquor cabinet. The part of it is TCK, so don't nothing to worry about that. So it's available. Kiri, Mani, nothing to worry. Basically, the same team will be at the backbench, but will be supported. Both of you all will be supported to the maximum. Okay, right. So that's as far as the somewhat official things are concerned. That's it. So evening is yours. Enjoy. As Kiri mentioned, refresh your minds with all the memories, good, wonderful, fantastic memories of our childhood.
Anton Nelson. Anton Nelson, I can see you, and I see Tiron on the other side. Is there anything you need to say to him? Are there any old grudges that you need to take forward? Johnny, you are supposed to be somewhere. I can't see you, but. Pati, happy birthday. Tiruchello. Nalla nerama. And Anuru, I haven't seen you in 25 years. Can you say something to us, please? You're on mic. Atta, you're on mic. And camera too. One moment, you're not getting connected.
Hi. Can she answer?
Right. You need a mic. Yeah, it's I'm there. I'm there.
Hi, Rajiv.
Where is that photogenic Tiron symbol? We can't see him. Oh, Rajiv. This conversation is incongruous. I don't think. Okay, let me address you. I don't think. Let me address you, gentlemen. A warm welcome. I heard the number is 40. I don't know whether it is exactly the number. Huh? No. On screen. 40. On screen, 40 is a massive number. We would love to see at least 20 of these 40 at our next gathering. Maybe September next year or August next year, whichever is a convenient time. We certainly have missed you over the years. And at the same time, once a year, this gathering has brought back nostalgic memories as Udeni took us back 50 years. I don't want to address the same gathering on the same topic of then, but let me talk about now. We are very proud of you, gentlemen. You are doing extremely great overseas. At the same time, I see in this crowd 1, 2, 3, 4, five, at least 7, 8 CEOs of companies, senior executives, all doing well in life, and we are a proud group of people who have gathered here today. In every sphere of activity, we have members in this forum. If I do not, there was one medical practitioner who was trying to say he was busy while the other one was not so busy, and that is why he is present here today. You know. There are some, sorry? No, I mean, you call him at 2 o'clock in the morning, he is busy. 10 o'clock in the morning, he is busy. And at the same time, you see him on the phone most of the time when he comes to function like this, 2 hours, 3 hours. And also my roommate has been on the phone and he says he's sending email messages. I really don't know. Email takes 2 seconds to send. But the phone call has been 45 minutes. Last call 2 seconds to Arlanandan. Previous one unknown. Anyway, gentlemen, we'd like to see you next year, same time. I don't want to hijack the event. Next year we'd like to see you. And thank you very much, Punchi. You have done a fantastic job of organizing this. It is not my prerogative to say thank you, but you have done a fantastic job. Sudu, both of you have really taken it to another level with the numbers and everything increasing. Let's see if we can get more people involved. I see a definitive improvement from last year. Thank you, gentlemen. And do not go off. Function is on. You can listen to some Sri Lankan music. We try to talk to you, but then there is some issue with regard to the mic. Let's talk on another occasion. Be with us till as long as possible. We are going to be here till tomorrow. Thank you.
Karunare perfect people.